Hey guys, it's me, the Love Fanatic, and welcome back for week 2 of the Pokemon Premier League. This is the MB Champions edition of the PPL, and spoiler warning, give you a few seconds to leave the video now. We did win week 1. If you haven't watched that already, please make sure you go check out the playlist of all the videos that will be in there this season, where we did manage to beat Iron Destroyer 2-0 set-wise. I think they were both very close games from memory. It's been a few weeks now, but yeah, we made a good start to the season, and the challenges don't really stop. This week we're up against Kason, who also won in week 1, and has a very scary draft, as you will see on the screen right now. He has got a lot of meta threats in the Garchomp, King Gambit, Mega Aero, and then he's got a lot of very strong kind of like off-meta picks in like the Serena and the Primarina, and then there's just like the unknowns in the likes of Mega Pyro. And Mega Pyro I'm terrified for. So yeah, that's it's Kason. I've only played him once before and I did win. I did like reverse sweep him with a gouging fire, which obviously isn't a thing in this game, so it's going to be a completely different story this time. But let's get into the team builder, see what I brought this week, and then I'll see you for the battles. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, check out the coaches in the description below, and I will see you for the team builder. So here we are with the team builder for week 2 versus Kason. I've already kind of covered his team prior going into this team builder, so hopefully you know what I'm up against. First of all, we are actually bringing Mega Staraptor. So Mega Staraptor did come to game 1, week 1, but I never actually brought it to either of the games that I played against Destroyer. It was always Mega Gengar. I feel Staraptor's probably quite important this week, and actually at +1 attack, it can OHKO a lot of things in Kason's team. There is a King Gambit, and King Gambit is terrifying into me, so I feel that Staraptor is necessary purely for that alone. I am Intimidate. I don't mind if I Intimidate the King Gambit. There is a chance they could be Focus Sash, which would be slightly annoying, but obviously I would be getting the close combat boost, so I'd be taking neutral damage from the King Gambit, so I think I'd be okay if that was the case. So close combat, obviously Brave Bird, it is needed. Dual Wing Beat is obviously nice for not taking recoil. However, Brave Bird's raw power and 100% accuracy means that Staraptor is a lot more consistent. And Dual Wing Beat does have the perk of bypassing the, Focus Sash, which could be useful with the likes of a potential Focus Sash Serena or a Focus Sash Ariados with redirection. Then, you know, it would be useful there. But I think overall, Brave Bird is probably more reliable. There is a Garchomp, Dual Wing Beat. I said I would take 2 bits of recoil, but obviously if I put Brave Bird into it, I'd be taking Ruskin as well as the Brave Bird recoil. But depending on the Garchomp set, I could be doing up to like 90% at +1 with Brave Bird. Obviously, I could be one-shotting the King Gambit. Again, I could be doing a chunk, if not killing a Primarina. The Aerodactyl will probably take a close combat, and I do obviously have to think about the potential for a Dual Wing Beat from that itself, but if I do get my defences up, should have had my phone on silent, then I can take those hits. Meowstic is a Meowstic that will die, Serena will die, Ariados will die, Medicham will die. Spiritomb is what I'm really worried about this week. I don't really have a lot of consistent ways of killing it. And then Pyro just, you know, dies to close combat or Brave Bird. So yeah, like I think I can see Spiritomb coming as honestly like the way of stopping Staraptor. Will-O-Wisp being immune to close combat, so stopping me from boosting my defenses means, you know, something else can come in and kill me, like a Primarina with Moonblast, or just a really strong Overheat from the likes of Pyro, Dual Wing Beat from Mega Aero. So there are definitely ways that he can counterplay my Staraptor, but I think Staraptor needs to come purely for the King Gambit. And like I said, the calcs don't lie. It can just put massive chunks into this team if given the chance. But talking of putting big chunks into teams, the other, obviously, Mega Evolution on my squad is this Gengar. And Gengar looks really solid again for me this week. Now, Kason's got funny speed tiers. He's got Mega Arrow at 150, so there's no chance I can even outspeed that. There is the Mega Pyro, and then which is 126, and then after that is Meowstic at 104. So I can kind of outspeed everything on this draft with little speed investment. But obviously, I mean, unless I go really heavy in on the Pyro to guarantee I outspeed it, I then lose out on bulk. An Aero I can't outspeed anyway. But I am getting quite aggressive with my EVs on Gengar this week. I am running 14, so I would currently underspeed Mega Pyro. However, Kason is a seasoned and a very good player. I expect he will only put in the speed he needs to outspeed Staraptor, Jolly, Max, speed Staraptor, which would mean he needs 179 speed, because Staraptor hits 178. So I've gone for investment in Gengar. That will hit 180. I also bank on this again in team building, as I'll show you a little bit later on. But we are then running a lot of HP and a bit of special defense. This lets me take hits from Primarina, which is quite problematic for me otherwise. And also take hits a bit better from the likes of Pyro. I'll chew a Heat Wave because it's a spread move. Overheat may very well still kill me. I don't actually remember what the calc was there. But otherwise, a lot of things on this team don't really threaten this Gengar, like Medicham, unless it's Scarfed, will obviously die to a Shadow Ball. Serena will die to a Sludge Bomb. Primarina won't die to a Sludge Bomb, but it will take a huge amount, but can't really do too much back. Obviously, Meowstic takes a Shadow Ball to the face and dies too. I'm running Willow. It was a toss-up between Willow and the Encore here to try and circumvent the King Gambit. Unless I run Focus Blast, I can't really hit King Gambit, but I'll just die to a Sucker Punch anyway. So I like my odds of clicking Will-O-Wisp, but actually Will-O-Wisp in general, Kayson's kind of got a physical heavy team, a bit like me. He's got the Aero, the Garchomp, the King Gambit, the Serena, Medicham, and the Ariados. Meowstic I'm not going to consider an offensive mon in either sense. So it does kind of leave with the Primarina, Spiritomb, and the Pyro. Pyro's probably the only one that really wants to sit in on a Gengar. Obviously being immune to Shadow Ball. So Will-O-Wisp is what I settled on, and then Protect is obviously there for scouting, trying to swing momentum my way. Pretty standard sort of moveset, I think, on Gengar, but the EVs are very specific in that it helps me take on Primarina. I can just outspeed Pyro if my speed creep calculations are correct. And just do big damage with Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb. It has such a stupid special attack stat. You don't really need a lot of special investment to be able to just chunk things. And obviously Sludge Bomb also has the chance of poisoning on top of Will-O-Wisp. So I've got the opportunity here to spread quite a few statuses across Kayson's team. Next is Grimmsnarl. This will be a bit of a shorter explanation because it's pretty self-explanatory. Play Rough allows me to hit quite a lot of things neutrally on this team. I think the only resists are the Ariados and Pyro. It's also my best way of taking on Spiritomb, really. I can obviously be Will-O-Wisp, but Play Rough would do a lot of damage. I would be faster. I've got ever such slight speed in this to try and outspeed a Primarina that isn't running any speed. I obviously couldn't Parting Shot or Scary Face into the Spiritomb. So Play Rough into that is probably one of my best bets. I can also do huge damage to Chomp. Being physically defensive, I can take a hit from non-boosted Chomp and King Gambit. I'm also Roselli Berry, so I can take a Moonblast from the likes of Primarina. And with Light Screen, I can also then take hits from Pyro. Then either Scary Face the Pyro, or Scary Face my own Staraptor to try and get around the speed of the Aerodactyl and the Pyro. I forgot to mention I am actually running Adamant. I think I'm running Adamant Staraptor this week. Or I might not be. I think I am Jolly actually, just to outspeed the Garchomp. So yeah, the Scary Face tech is there. It was a real toss-up between whether I want to run Scary Face to slow things down, or whether I want to run Fake Tears to beef up my Staraptor special defense for the Pyro, but also potentially reduce the special defense of something to then allow Gengar to kind of hit things hard. But Gengar is the only like reliable special offense I have on my team this week. So I feel like Scary Face is going to be more consistent for me. I have remembered to go Prankster this week as well. Last week I did miss Gen and put Pickpocket because I forgot to change it. So I've remembered this week. I'm not Light Clay because I don't really need 8 turns of Light Screen. I think 5 will be enough for me to get around the Primarina and the Pyro. Along with Parting Shot too. That should be enough for me to, like, you know, navigate around the strength of K-Swan's team. And I don't even have to worry about accidentally boosting up the King Gambit because Prankster won't work. It will prevent the moves from going off, so I can't boost the King Gambit, which is nice. Next we've got PALAFIN. This PALAFIN set changed quite late on before the game. I kind of had a brainwave and kind of thought, you know what? K-Swan's only resists to water are Serena and Primarina. And even if they're max HP, max defense, they're still taking about 30 to 40% from a wave crash. Everything else on K-Swan's team pretty much dies to a wave crash. Because PALAFIN is stupid. And I feel like my team really enables PALAFIN well this week. People will prep for Staraptor, try and slow that down. And I have Grimmsnarl, which can allow me to get Hero Form on so easily with the likes of Parting Shot. So I kind of thought, you know what, I'm going to go for Wave Crash this week. Scarfed. And just click Wave Crash. There is obviously Serena with Queen of Majesty, and I would expect that it will. I'm expecting it to come this week, so there's not much point in me running Jet Punch. I can run Ice Punch to hit the Serena if I want. Close Combat is there for the King Gambit. King Gambit only, really. There is also the potential that K-Swan could run Sunny Day on something to try and get around the fact that Wave Crash can just kill his entire team. In which case, Close Combat into the Pyro will be incredibly useful as well. We are running Adamant with enough speed to outspeed. I think it's Scarce Serena is what it will, or I think it might be Speed Tie with the Serena. But it's enough for me to outspeed Max Speed Mega Aerodactyl. I don't expect there to be a Max Speed Mega Aerodactyl because he could run Adamant. It might be Adamant Max Speed because there's just absolutely no reason for him to run Jolly here unless he doesn't Mega, in which case he might then run Jolly to try and outspeed or speed tie my Mega Gengar. But I don't think that's the way. I think he should go Adamant and just go for, you know, a bit of investment in HP and attack in this kind of matchup. So yeah, the idea with PALAFIN is get Hero Form online, click Wave Crash over and over again. Next is Snorlax. Snorlax is coming purely for the Pyro. Otherwise, I kind of really struggle into Pyro. Just the fact that Snorlax is so specially bulky and can run that thick fat ability, it means it can take hits pretty well, but obviously it can also then hit back quite hard with the high horsepower. I did consider running Facade again, but I think actually clicking Body Slam and getting some potential paralysis, obviously along with like potential Will-O-Wisp burns and poisons from Sludge Bomb, I have got quite a good chance of spreading status around this game with what I've got so far. Yawn, I didn't really know what to have on this, but I didn't want to let King Gambit get away with Swords Dancing too much in front of me. That's the main reason why I have Yawn. I can also then get around the Sucker Punches and force him to switch out. It can then let me get kind of aggressive. He'll either then have to choose between letting his King Gambit go to sleep and getting a Sucker Punch off into something, or obviously swapping out and taking a hit into something. And then Protect is obviously there just to kind of help with a bit of leftovers. I've just realised that items don't show on this screen, which is really annoying. I am leftovers on Snorlax, Tree Scarf on the PALAFIN, and what was my third one? Oh, it was, I've already said it was Roselli Berry on the Grimmsnarl. Yeah, we are like mixed bulk with a lot of attack investment just to try and hit hard. I figured that normal and ground is probably my best shot at hitting things neutrally. The only thing that I can't hit here is the Aerodactyl and possibly the Spiritomb. But I didn't really have anything to hit Spiritomb with anyway. I think I was debating Heavy Slam, but then I couldn't hit King Gambit, and I think King Gambit's more of a threat than Spiritomb, so that's kind of why I went for high horsepower. Yep, that's Snorlax. And then Metagross. Metagross was a last minute addition. Originally this was Gliscor, because I kind of thought Gliscor shits on Garchomp pretty well. It can take hits and hit back quite hard into the Kingambit. It kind of, I say kind of, checks Serena well. Drop kick can't reduce my attack if I'm Hypercutter, but there's obviously the risk of triple axle. Can't get T-waved by the Meowstic if it's there. It's pretty good into the Pyroar and the Ariados and the Medicham with its stab moves. So I kind of had Gliscor originally, but then I thought to myself, I still really struggle with Primarina. Like, if I need to bring Staraptor one game and don't bring Gengar, it leaves me with Snorlax as my only option, and I'll have to bring Snorlax for Primarina. Because I think on Team Preview, if Primarina's there, K-Storm will be locking in the Primarina against what I've got, because it just hits so hard. So Metagross, I decided it had to come. We are running quite a bulky Metagross here to try and take on Primarina, click in Moonblast into me. There's also the chance it could be Alluring Voice, in which case it'll be Torrent. Because Alluring Voice will then confuse my Staraptor if I'm boosting my stats. So that's something it could be. But I'm running Psychic Fangs because there is obviously the chance for pranks to screens. I very much expect him to be running Brick Break or Psychic Fangs on something himself to be able to break the screens. That's also another reason why I wasn't so fixated on it this week. But Psychic Fangs, Ice Punch and Body Press pretty much allows me to hit everything neutrally. Again, other than Spiritomb, but I haven't got anything that can hit Spiritomb anyway, outside of like maybe a big Meteor Mash. But like I've said, I'm fairly bulky with some attack investment, just so I can hit things like the Primarina. And I am running Citrus on this to help with longevity. I think with the bulk I have, I should be able to take an Earthquake. If it's Life Orb, Stomping Tantrum, I'm not entirely sure from a Garchomp, but I should be able to take hits from anything like the Aero pretty well. It also gives me another Serena check. Serena can't really touch me, so Serena could also be a problem into my team currently, especially with the likes of Palafin. It partners quite well with Palafin in that sense. I can also, I'm also going to be able to avoid like stat drops and things. I think it's just a mon that I need to bring to kind of slow down his Primarina. Obviously, it doesn't really help me with the Pyroar, but I think with Palafin and Snorlax, I should be okay. Now, also worth noting here, right? I mentioned I have Scary Face on the Grimmsnarl. If I anticipate his speed creeping correctly, then I should be able to outspeed Pyroar by 1 if I reduce Pyroar speed. And that can then let me get a big body press off. I should do about half to a Pyroar if he's got like HP and defense investment. If he hasn't, then it'll be doing like 3/4, which is huge damage. And then I can just kind of come in with Palafin and kill things. That way, I could also then potentially come in with Staraptor and start boosting up. I could come with anything because I think everything other than Snorlax would then be faster. So, yeah, that's the team this week. Hopefully, you guys understood like my prep thoughts from this team builder, and I will see you for the games against K-Storm. Okay, gang, we're here for week 2 of the PPL versus K-Storm, and we're doing it live on stream. So some of you may see this live. So we're just joking, saying that I should be given all KOs to Stunfisk and just call it a day. Right, so we're playing K-Storm, who won week 1, so we both want to know this season. What do we see? Well, we see the Prim. I think already this looks like the team I expected. So Gambit, Prim. There is no Spiritomb, which I'm so glad about, because that was one of the biggest threats for me. So there's Serena, the Medicham. Now, honestly, I genuinely don't see an answer to Mega Staraptor. I could lead the Palafin here and Staraptor, which was my original plan. The Snorlax could be nice. for the back line. Because it does just kind of hit everything neutrally here, other than the Aerodactyl. But then there's also Metagross, which could be quite nice also, because it doesn't take a lot of damage from a lot of things here other than Gambit and Pyro. And Gambit I can just kind of delete with Body Press, so I think I want to get Metagross last. So even Snorlax and Gengar at home, is that what we're planning to do? I'm going to click done because I've just realised there's a second left here. Good luck, have fun, Kason. I don't know if he got done in time too, but hopefully he did. So Raptor game 1, Raptor making its debut, Palafin, and then we see the... Okay, so we see the Mega Aero and the Medicham. So we see the Unnerve popping. We get the Intimidate, which is nice. I think I can just flip turn. I don't think there's anything Aerodactyl and Medicham can do. And I think I'm happy just to protect. I don't need to click my Mega Evolution here. And it'll be interesting to see if they decide to go for a dual Wing Beat or if they'll go for Rock Slide here. But they are -1, so we should be tanking hits a lot better on the... So we do see the Mega Aero and Medi. So you see the Protect. Do they fake out into the Palafin? They fake out into the Palafin, which is fine, honestly. We do flinch, but they've now seen, and they Tailwind. So, I think I'm still happy in flip turning into the Aerodactyl here. And I think, honestly, I'm also just going to... Do I want to actually swap out into Grimmsnarl here? I could also go into Metagross and Scout, so I think I'm going to do that. So I can then also Intimidate and double Intimidate. So we are Metagross. It also means there's no Pyro this game, I would imagine. So, as long as there's no Gambit, he actually switches out into Katy Fairy to the Prim. Okay, so what are you attacking here? That surely you can't kill Palafin here, right? You Psycho Cut into the Metagross, so we make that read really well. And then the Palafin is going to get on out of here. And I think it can just kind of click Wave Crash from now on, right? We can go out into the Grimmsnarl now. We could click the Parting Shot here, or the Light Screen. I am Roselli, so I don't really fear a lot here. I'm pretty sure I did go Prankster this time. I could also just play rough that slot, right? You could go Aero. Now, I did actually... I think I might play rough the Medi slot, you know? And just Psychic Fangs the Prim slot, because I am Rosalie, so I'm pretty sure I'll take hits here. And I did Speed Creep an uninvested Prim with the Grimmsnarl. So, we do see the Brick Break, which is nice. That does absolutely nothing. We see the Shadow Ball. I did not even know Prim got Shadow Ball, but I am specially defensive, and we do take that with Citrus. Proc 2, so as long as we don't miss Play Rough, we hit the Psychic Fangs into the Prim. That looks very bulky Prim, which is what I expected. We hit the Play Rough, which does enormous damage. Do I get another attack drop? I don't, but I think I can click the Light Screen this turn. And then also Protect. So he clicked Brick Break, obviously expecting me to click Screen, so I'm hoping, yeah, this time he switches out and doesn't expect that. Here comes the Serena, expecting the Bullet Punch into that, so that's absolutely fine. Now we're looking pretty. And I click the Light Screen here. I can't Parting Shot the So you do Alluring Voice. We are Roselli Berry. That should do next to nothing to us, which is nice. So the Tailwind is now gone. Metagross will naturally outspeed the Prim. So I could just double up into Prim here, I think, honestly, right? Because I don't think Serena really forces me out too much here. So we see it's the Serena, and that was to be expected. And actually, if I can just weaken this Prim and the Serena, then we see the U-turn, which is fine by me. So this Primarina should die here. So we should get a relatively free turn. So we come into the Medicham. We see the Alluring Voice again. We should live this. We don't. Is that a crit? It's not. Okay. We do see Psychic Fangs. But I think I can come into Staraptor now, right? And just Mega Evolve, Protect. Metagross can go down here if it wishes. Do I expect... I don't expect to switch out here, right? I'm just going to Psychic Fangs again because it's free. Protect here is pretty free. If Case 1 doesn't swap out here, it's pretty free for me just to click Close Combat next turn into anything. Even into the Mega Arrow. So we're going to Protect. There is no switch out. So I kind of actually wish I double protected here. That would have probably been smarter for me here. I feel like he has to click it into the Staraptor, right? Yeah. So actually, I should have protected Metagross because I would have then got a free hit into... I would have got a free hit into the Aerodactyl. Oh, sorry, I would have got a close combat off next turn, been at +1, and then not taken the hit so bad. So we do take down the Prim, though. So we see the Aerodactyl. Now, do I live a hit here? Do I live a Dual Wing Beat? I'm going to say I don't. But I also don't know if I can afford to swap out into the Palafin here. So Aerodactyl. No, you're Mega Aerodactyl. So I live Ice Fang, but I don't think I'm going to live Dual Wing Beat. Dual Wing Beat is a KO. So I think I just Brave Bird. No. I'm going to... Oh yeah, I'm going to just Psychic Fangs you. He should kill my Staraptor here. He switches out, predicting a Bullet Punch again, which I don't have. So if he misses the Dual Wing Beat, he swaggers me. Okay. He has fast swagger. Good to know. But... are you kidding me? So we Psychic Fangs into you. You actually are now in Wave Crash range, I think. So I'm going to protect you. I'm going to... So hang on, we've seen Swagger. You've got Swagger. Tailwind. Did you Tailwind? What was that? No, you didn't have Tailwind. You've had Rock Slide. No, what did you click turn 1? Honestly can't think where you click turn 1. But if I kill Serena here... Okay, so they've nerfed Confusion, right? But clearly not enough. So we see the U-turn. That's going to kill the Metagross. That's actually really bad for me. Really bad for me. Apparently, they just hate my Staraptor. So the double confusion there, like that. I know I'm at -2, but that Serena would have died, and it would have also been in range of. It would have also been in range of. What's it called? Alright, let's protect. You're probably faking out my Palafin, but I have no other play here than just to wave crash into the Aerodactyl. So if I'd actually brought Gengar into this, then I would have been in such a good spot over the Staraptor. That Swagger is really smart. Can I at least get the protect this time? Thank you. You do faint? That's fine. Honestly, take me out. It's going to come down to... So Aero goes down here, right? Yeah. Aero goes down. So... It's going to come down to me breaking through confusion, I think. So the Medicham clicked faint, but he didn't expect to be scarfed on the fin. So I Brave Bird here, right? Into you. I Wave Crash. Also into you? No, I Wave Crash into you. Because if you protect, I think that's okay. Because I'm surely Brave Bird still kills Serena, right? But even if I have a 2v1 at the end, this is honestly such a close endgame. We do Wave Crash and kill the Medicham. Can I please break through confusion? You power whip me. Did I get... Is that Scarfed? It's Scarfed Serena. We do Brave Bird. Does it kill you? It does. Okay, so we get the KO. Palafin got 2. I went 2 and 1. Metagross died. Grim didn't get a kill. Did Grim get a kill? What died? I wasn't actually tracking things as it went through, which is a shame. Aero died. Medi obviously died to the fin. Prim died too. What did Prim die to? So Serena's Scarf. Good to know. And he might now see that I'm not running priority, so I wonder if Serena might not be a huge part of his plan. For the next game. So, what do I want to do this time? He's ready to battle. What Raptor got? What did Raptor kill? Medi died to Palafin. Raptor killed Serena. Palafin killed Raptor. Medi. What killed Prim? Was it Metagross? Did Metagross kill Prim? I don't know. But Serena killed Palafin. Metagross died to Serena, so that's 2. And Aeroding killed? Did Medi kill something? I don't remember. Prim might have killed. Prim killed me, yeah. So I don't know what got my 4th kill, but... Game 2. Let me just quickly... Oh, he says he wasn't looking earlier, missed if it was Scarf Palafin. So, luckily for us, he made that whoopsie because that did help us there. Now we... Ellie's saying I have another battle to play. I am well aware, Ellie, that I have another battle to play. So... I think Palafin is a given, right? And I wonder if Metagross in the back is also a given. Because Metagross into this team, really good outside of the Pyroar. Now, I don't actually know if I outspeed Pyroar at with my Metagross if I... See, like, to me, right, Pyroar should not be hitting 180 speed. So that could be interesting. But we will go PALAFIN. I think maybe Grimmsnarl. Like, Staraptor still worked for me, right? We know that it's Scarfed Serena, so it outspeeds my Raptor. So it's probably Triple Axle, right? I didn't get a chance to click Close Combat, but I could do it again here. So I think what I'm going to do is... Same leads. No. PALAFIN into you with Gengar and Metagross in the back. Is what my gut is telling me. Gengar is so solid into this team. It outspeeds everything that isn't Aero. I have Willow for the physical threats, so I feel like that's my adaptation this game. So PALAFIN. So if he sees me leading PALAFIN this time, he knows I'm Scarfed. So, Lion Gosling. So he's got an interesting decision here to make, right? Do you want to take a hit from my PALAFIN here? Honestly, I could Light Screen. I think that's what I'm going to do. He knows PALAFIN is Scarfed, so I think Light Screen is going to be free here, right? And I haven't got the Staraptor this time, so I don't mind losing Grimmsnarl here, but I should take this quite well. He fakes out, he fakes out the PALAFIN. Is that a crit? Nope, that's just how much it does. So what are we going to see here? It has Solar Beam, but like, you Wisp and you miss. Oh, that's actually really unfortunate. So, are you now going to protect or switch the Pyroar? That's quite possible. I'm going to Parting Shot the Pyroar though, just in case. I feel like you should switch here. He could go Serena. I did not expect Willow on the Pyroar, to be honest with you. But that miss is huge. I am so lucky when it comes to this game, honestly. Mega Pyroar Medi, which means no Mega Aero this game. He protects, so I've got the prediction right there. I should have probably Parting Shot into the Medicham, but Parting Shot is quite risky. Actually, like, with King Gambit as a possibility, but I'm going to go into Staraptor. I didn't bring Staraptor, did I? I'm going to go into Metagross. Would you click a Psychic move into me? It's possible, that's the thing. We'll go into the Metagross. Now I have to hope here. Yeah, we predicted the Psycho Cut, so Gengar was definitely not the play. We see the crit. Now, do I outspeed this and kill with Body Press? Probably not. But I'm going to go for the bit anyway. So Scary Face you. Probably, actually no. I was too hasty again. I should have protected with Metagross, then Scary Faced, and then should have gone for a Scary Face into it again and Body Press. He knows I'm Citrus, but he has to fear the Scary Face, or he's at least wondering why I've brought Metagross in to take the hit. But PALAFIN's on form now, right? So PALAFIN can come in and just kind of click Wave Crash. So we do click a Scary Face. Now, do I outspeed? If I'm right, it should be 179 speed. We see the Brick Break, so we break the Light Screen. Do I outspeed the Pyroar? I do outspeed the Pyroar. We got the speed creep correct, but we do no damage. Which is sad, really. Sunny Day, though. The Sunny Day. I'm going to Body Press. I'm going to set up Light Screen again, because I think like they can keep clicking it into me if they want, but that's why I have Close Combat. on my, what's it called? So this is Willow, Sunny Day, Protect. So what is your last move? Is it Heat Wave? Do you actually have a fire move? Metagross. The fact I didn't have a bit more in defense is quite sad, because I could have then killed. So you do swap out. What are you swapping into? The Prim? Yeah, the Prim. So we set up the light screen again. Do you Brick Break again? You do Brick Break again. So I think I can quite freely... Whoa, that does a lot. I can quite freely now, like, Parting Shot out into Gengar, I think. Gengar is looking good here. Prim. I don't think Brick Break into Shadow Ball kills my Metagross here. So I'm going to get a big chunk off, right? And Parting Shot means you're going to do even less. You're not going to be running a water move here. So you're going to be clicking Shadow Ball or a Fairy move, right? I don't think you're clicking Shadow Ball into Grim. You're just not. Yeah, you Brick Break into the Gengar. You Shadow Ball Metagross. We chew it. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we Psychic Fangs. The Prim, it does just under half. Now I wonder if I just Psychic Fangs the Prim again and just go for the Mega. Are you going to swap into King Gambit? Could also swap into the Pyro here. So I'm going to double into it, I think. Psychic Fangs into you. Shadow Ball into you. Because it means if you do swap into Pyro, predicting the Ghost move, I should have probably body pressed actually. Yeah, okay, so the Pyro is going down. Next turn. I forgot to Mega Evolve. Would have helped if I had have done that, obviously. We do get the Citrus, so we've actually got a good turn overall here. Right, don't forget to Mega Evolve this time, Jack. Mega Evolve and Sludge Bomb the Pyro. Are you Gambit? If you are Gambit, I think I'll be okay. Because I can just Will-O-Wisp it. He could go Gambit on the Prim here. I have been clicking the Psychic Fangs a lot. The Medichamp's not really going to want to take it. So as long as I got my EVs right, which I should, we're taking this hit. Oh, sorry, we're killing this Pyro. Prim can't kill Gengar. I'm quite specially bulky actually on Gengar. Yeah, so I do outspeed, kill you, so Gengar gets a kill against the Prim. That's going to do nothing to me. Yep. Parting Shot was huge for me this game. I think Prim is 10%, no more Sun. So PALAFIN can just kind of click Wave Crash now. Actually, Prim can just... No, I can't click Close Combat until Medi's taken more damage. If it is the Gambit, I'm clicking Protect and Wisp. If it's Lum, that's scary. Okay, so it's actually Aerodactyl. I could just Ice Punch you here and Sludge Bomb you. You can Tailwind here if you want, but you can't KO me. Rock Slide isn't going to be killing. I don't think Rock Slide into Shadow Ball kills either of my mons here. So as long as I don't get flinched, we should be looking good. Gengar, chef's kiss this game, honestly. I was also meant to have Gliscor over Metagross for like the whole time, and then I kind of looked at the matchup and was like, yeah, I do not have anything for Prim. So that's why I have decided to bring it. You are Psychic Fangs, we die. Is that a crit or is that just super effective damage? It's just super effective damage, okay. You Shadow Ball me. Doesn't kill me. You Ice Punch into you. Oh my Jesus Christ, that does so much damage. No freeze. I think now we just go Palafin. Click Flip Turn. Because we know it's Medi in the back, right? I'm going to Protect and then Flip into the Aerodactyl. I don't think Aerodactyl has Protect. Because we've seen Psychic Fans, Rock Slide. There has to be. We've seen Swagger. Is there a Protect there? I don't know. We see Protect. There's no Protect coming from Aerodactyl, which is good. We Flip Turn out. Which means we can't be faked out and take hits on the next turn. Unless, obviously, you now kill the Grimmsnarl. Palafin gets a kill. Aerodactyl got a kill. Alluring Voice. Yeah, okay, so you die here. Metagross is slower than this Prim. But I don't think Fake Out into Alluring Voice is going to kill me. So I think I simply just Wave Crash into Prim. Psychic Fangs into Prim? Is my thinking. If he has Protect on the Prim and he lands it here, fair play. I've revealed all my moves, so yeah, there's the Fake Out into, yeah, that. So we should take any hit because we should live the Shadow Ball. Yeah, we do. Metagross has honestly been the GOAT this game. Psychic Fangs kills you. I'm going to assume a Wave Crash kills the Medi. I think your only hope here is that Wave Crash doesn't kill you, and then you one-shot my Palafin back. I don't think you can take a hit from a Metagross and a Palafin here. Palafin, once again, going absolutely crazy. We see the feint, it doesn't take out the Metagross. Wave Crash is just going to clean up this game, I think. And there we are. We take the set against K-Sorn. Honestly, did not see what I expected for half of it. I genuinely thought Spiritomb was going to come and ruin my day. Because my team is mostly physical attackers. And my one prominent special attacker is a Gengar. And it just does not want to face a Spiritomb. And Spiritomb can Will-O-Wisp all my physical attackers. So, and it stops close combat spam. So I really thought I'd see that there. So we take the win, 2-0. Prim just, yeah, was a real nuisance for me there. And did kill my Grimm. But I was really surprised to see Medi both games. I honestly didn't think Medi would come because I just thought its matchup was pretty terrible. Into Gengar, Palafin, Grimmsnarl, Metagross, Raptor. I'm guessing it was there for Snorlax because Snorlax was a big wall to Mega Pyro. But also there for Prim. I didn't even bring it. It sat on the bench and just scared things away, I think. So, yeah. Really good game, K-Sorn. 2-0 for the season. great start, and that's also my first win on stream. So yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Subscribe to Gray's channel too. Gray streams these games live on a Sunday night. Select few coaches tend to stream their games at this time, so it's a really good time to be had. I'm rambling now, so I'll see you later. Goodbye.